daily message received the 8th of May 2017 in the city of Porto, Portugal, transmitted by Mary Rose of Peace to the visionary Friar Elias del Sagrado Corazón. For the reason of the anniversary of Mother Maria Shimani Montserrat, the title of the message is Love from Porto and all Portugal. As my beloved son said, we came here for a divided Europe due to indifference, resistance, and material life. We came here to strengthen faith in hearts and to demonstrate that must continue being gestated in your lives. On the contrary, it won't have the chance to be manifested. Today, your Heavenly Mother dedicates this message to the groups and responsibles of the groups that shelter from time to time the call of the celestial messengers, and that in this lifetime from the track for different situations and reasons. At the moment of the greater planetary crisis, the ancient resistances of consciousnesses emerge. From now on, I tell you, my children, that there's any other cause or reason to the root of the global problems. You only need to have conscious on what you are a part of, because your compromise is with the universe and with the divine hierarchies, even more than with humanity itself. I ask to the groups from Porto and to each other and sisters of groups to yourselves. Open up your eyes to the necessity that the hierarchy is presenting to you, and that in one way or another, needs to be requested, attended. For you, children from the city of Porto, that you walk together with the Mother, you need to answer. You need to take a great step in the unity among consciousnesses, so that finally you leave behind your consciousnesses that only brought you to the point of stopping yourself and of not taking the steps that you need to take. My son, I'm here to renew you in the mission of spreading his message widely in this part of the world. If your actions the whole time are little, the results of the work will also be little, and they won't open the doors to souls that are waiting for help. Definitely, you have to risk yourself to give a little bit more until you can perceive by your own inner beings that you won't be losing absolutely anything. Your Heavenly Mother calls you to the group of Porto, to the service of God, and to place in your hand your heart, and to ask to yourself with a clear voice, what am I doing today? Exposing with wisdom this question, you will have a knowing that attitudes needs to be corrected, and you need to make wider even more the service project. It's urgent that as a group of souls together, gathered by the will of God, you answer to the necessity of liberating your Europe from the weight of faults and from all of the consequences, and you will do this through service, prayer, and surrender. In one of the worst planetary moments, Christ called you to do not abandon nor leave behind the mission and the responsibility that God has entrusted you. For this, I ask you to sacrifice yourselves a little bit more for your Heavenly Mother, so that you can comprehend through your heart that the work that you have to comply with must be protected and not abandoned due to your own difficulties. You have all of the tools and all of the ways to live fraternity and also to express it. The celestial universe is waiting that now you take a greater step in your consciousness. Heavenly Brotherhood is attentive to the positive movement of your inner beings. A plan of redemption is waiting to be accomplished, and you are a part of this convocation. Go on. Go ahead with faith. I thank you for answering to my call. Who unifies you? Your Mother Mary, Rose of Peace. Message for the special apparition from the 8th of May 2017, due to the anniversary of Mother Maria Ximani de Montserrat, received in the city of Porto, Portugal, transmitted by Mary, Rose of Peace and Queen of the Most Holy Rosary, to the visionary Sister Lucia de Jesus. Will come from heaven, so brilliant as the sun, a star of hope, and it will shine before those that open up to receive this light, and will ignite the eyes that were blinded, so that they can be removed from their own darknesses, and in this way may contemplate the truth that they never had the chance to see. It will come from heaven, a woman dressed up in sun, the one that one day, sheltered by divine silence, lived in a hidden way the mysteries of the passion of her Son, the Son of God. It will come because the passion of the planet already began, and the women dressed up in sun will sustain her children in her own arms, will protect them and will shelter them in the same way as she did it with her Son from the Calvary till the cross. This woman that with eyes of compassion renews her little children after every defeat. She won't help the suffering of her children if they don't open up to receive her peace, but she will help to carry the cross of those who tell her yes. She, even though she is not comprehended by humankind, she continues coming to the world to guide them. The Mother of God, proclaimed by God and not for mankind, is a living and invisible part of the heart of the Father. Today, I am in here opening the doors of my kingdom, which is a kingdom of peace and purity to the planet, and is a place where my kingdom extends itself beyond heaven. It's a place where angels find a place where to dwell and where to refugee themselves. It's a place where souls receive new opportunities of redemption. Children, here it is your celestial Mother, in order to consecrate you and bless you, to wash you in the waters of divine knowledge, and in this way to awake you to the truth that will emerge before your eyes, so that you can receive her with joy and gratitude, and you let yourself to be transformed by her. This truth, children of mine, won't be transmitted only by the word, but will be with not only with the word, with a feeling or with a heart. The truth will emerge from heaven and from earth, and everything that had been hidden by mankind will be revealed. Those who knew but were indifferent will repent themselves. Those that felt her and were waiting for her will be exalted. Those who knew her and with hope prepared her arrival, they will give thanks and will rest in the revelation of her light. Those who didn't believe and deny the truth will be scared and will try to run, not knowing where to go. Today, I am in here before the shine of your eyes, proclaiming the universal truth. I announce you and I warn you to prepare your hearts. Only receive my grace and respond me. Let devotion to become fidelity and strength. Convert yourselves into an unbreakable faith that can overcome power. Today, I am in here renewing humanity in the same way as I renew one of my predilected souls from earth. My hands extend themselves to her and also to all those who say yes to my plan of love, which is the plan of God. Today, I'm using this opportunity of coming to the world to begin to open the doors to the world and the liberation to souls. And I'm doing it, children, because one surrendered soul said yes to me. If all of you say yes to me, my heart will continue coming to the world in order to renew you every day, and truth will not only emerge before the eyes of mankind when the justice and the law of God no longer allow you to be hidden. The truth could be a permanent reality in life of humankind, and not only angels will live in my kingdom, could live in my kingdom. On the other hand, all of you, all of my children. Today, I open the doors of Liz, my kingdom of love and of peace on earth, so that purity that is missing in the world can bring you the grace of living in peace and in the will of God. Today, beloved children, hold your hands and take you to my kingdom on earth, place that balance and repairs the indifference and ignorance of souls that hurt a lot the heart of God. Today, I am in here as a radiant sun, mirror of the heart of Christ, in order to reflect to you His mercy and to bless and renew not only this daughter of mine that opened me the doors to transmit you the truth, but also to all those who listen to me in the four corners of the world and that open me the doors of their hearts and of their homes so I could enter, so I could reign. I am the queen of your lives, and with the love of my heart, I thank you for being today before me. Your Mother Mary, Rose of Peace, and Queen of the Most Holy Rosary. Special message received the 8th of May 2017 in the city of Porto, Portugal, transmitted by Mary, Rose of Peace, to the visionary Mother Maria Ximani de Montserrat, due to her anniversary. That the mantle of the Mother of the world and of all of her creatures may cover and protect you under the infinite grace of the Redeemer. Today, a new cycle appears in this sacred work that I have together with my Son Christ and the most chaste Saint Joseph. Today, together my celestial kingdom on earth, the kingdom of Liz Fatima, celebrates together with all of my children a new dawn, the one that prepares definitely your spirits and souls to give the last and great step in the consecration of your lives to the will of God. Many times you heard all these words that they seem to be repeated from time to time, and it's true. Every new step that divinity offers to the ones that lives this plan of rescue and redemption is a cycle that ends and a new one that begins, full of trials, responsibilities, and challenges. This is the proposal to each one of you, to all of you, but in a different level in this school of redemption and learning that this planet offers to this humanity. To each one of my children present in here in the world, those that are a part of the celestial church of my Son, those that follow him by heart and in truth, today I will give you a new goal, a deeper track to travel and in it to serve. Those that are only a part of the celestial church for affinity, I invite you to be effective workers of this plan of redemption. Collaborate means a concrete action. It means to be available to accomplish tasks that are necessary to carry on the work. Those that already collaborate from this work, I invite you to uplift the banner of Christ, the one you need to be ready when it's necessary and to help the divine messengers when it's necessary. Those that for a time were serving in this plan of love, I open you the doors of the inner consecration, door that will lead you to live for and to serve my Son, Christ the Redeemer, and to let Him to prepare you to accompany in this end of times His return. Those that already crossed the portal of consecration and are walking through the path of apostleship, I place your souls, I offer to your souls and essences the possibility of offering yourselves to serve unconditionally Christ. Those who aren't afraid anymore to surrender their lives, those that live with my Son in their hearts, those that will be capable of following Him till the end, no matter what, I invite you to walk next to me through the path of being nothing, only slaves of His love and of those that He loves in the same way as He loves the Eternal Father. For this reason, this cycle is of great renovation to all those that listen to my voice. There is and there will always exist to every creature that wishes somehow to serve God and to this plan of love, a place where to accomplish this service. But the service must be accomplished with the greater of the efforts, the one that each one can give and a little bit more, because this is a time in which everything is about to happen, and from the effort of each one of you will depend the destiny of this planet and of your humanity, what it also means of each one of you. From Fatima to the whole world, I prepare myself to deliver a grace to each one of my children, to those that in a sincere way, from every part of the world, will present their worlds before me in this May of total renovation. We get ready to give the grace of recovering the codes of the original purity that are kept in the inner planes of this spiritual kingdom, that original purity that your essences had lost for such a long time due to the mistakes of the past. I will be together with my son Francis celebrating the ceremony of the Eucharisty. Pray for the protection of his task. He brings to all in this time the renovation of faith. I love you and I bless you. And I give you and I thank you for today being with me, your Mother Mary, Mother of the world and of all of his and all of her creatures.
Para Dios no todo está perdido.
To God, not everything is lost. This is why I come to your encounter, dear children, confirming my peace in your hearts and the triumph of the heart of my son in your lives. It's for this reason, dear children, that nothing is divided, because when your voices proclaim through prayer, celestial laws descend to earth to may transform it little by little in the way that God has thought it in His heart for the best of each one of His children on earth. Today, my presence is proclaimed in the world. Days before the 13th of May, your Heavenly Mother prepares herself for this great event, and finally will be possible through the addition of each one of my children and all those that made possible this reality in this time. It's for this reason that today I show to you my Immaculate Heart, today free of thorns and full of the love and full of the love of my children, children that proclaim to God due to the persistence that they feel by believing in the words of God, today prophesied through my Immaculate Heart. In this way, dear children, in a loving and maternal presence, your Heavenly Mother comes to stop wars, especially those ones that happened in the spirit of humanity, and then those wars that happened in this material universe. By means of my faith and my peace, I come to renew the vows of all of my dear children from the world, because it will be necessary that the world may consecrate itself once again to my Immaculate Heart this 13th of May, with the goal that everything can be renewed, and that souls may receive what they need in these times. Today, in the name of love and peace, I come to renew the vows of all of the children, the consecrated children of Mary, and also of all those that in the future will take a step in the path of consecration to prayer and to service, because in these simple gestures of charity, humanity can be fully restored under the principle of fraternity and of unity among hearts. I wish that all of my children may feel how important the event of the 13th of May in Fatima will be, before a planet that is chaotic, that lives disharmony, indifference, and the lack of love. This is the reason why your Heavenly Mother will come again to Fatima, this time seeking the love of all of her children, that love that is proclaimed through prayer and devotion, but not only in the sanctuary, in the shrine of Fatima, but also in all of the other Marian centers from the world. Your Celestial Mother will unite every Marian center as one. Every current of devotion, faith, and love of her children to may transmutate this planet through the source of love of Liz Fatima and under the cooperation and service not only from your hearts, which is the most important thing in this time, but also through all of the angels that dwell in the kingdom of Liz Fatima and that has been waiting for almost 100 years for this event. Also their children, by means of this universal movement of your Celestial Mother for this coming 13th of May, I come to renovate the sacramental life of all of my children, the baptism, the confirmation, confession, and especially the repairing communion that I requested that all could live in the last years of this current time. In this way, their children with all of the things that your hearts enrich, and also with the daily liturgy, is that your Mother will be serving from each one of your gifts to may continue with this work in this new cycle and in this new stage that will begin from this 13th of May. It's not by chance, dear children, that I congregated all of you in here in Portugal to may renovate your dogma of faith in the same way as I said it in Fatima, that Portugal could preserve their dogma of faith through times and years. This dogma of faith is what allowed your Heavenly Mother to accomplish this work in this cycle and in this acute hour of the planet. Is in this way, their children, that the 13th of May, the doors of Liz Fatima will be reopened so that souls can cross them, and in this way to feel shelter in the most perpetual love of my Immaculate Heart. Every prayer that will be offered from this day on till the 13th of May will have a universal importance that will be highly considered by your Celestial Father, as they were never considered before throughout times. Comprehend in this way, their children, the importance of this spiritual movement of your Heavenly Mother that not only shelters your planet and your universe, but also another distant galaxies from this one. I bring you, in this way, consciousness for this time, the consciousness of uniting the higher with the lower, to unite heaven and earth, God and hearts, in one communion, in a perfect communion with Christ, so that the planet can be redeemed and healed, all of the things that needs in this cycle. This is the reason why today I'm showing you my Immaculate Heart, once again full with the love of her children, that must continue sowing brotherhood, unity, and fraternity, and especially faith in God. I'd waited for a long time, for many centuries, to reveal, little by little, to humanity the greatness of my love and of my Immaculate Heart. Today, I bring you this heart so that you can contemplate this mystery before you find yourselves today. Contemplate in your inner world the greatness of this heart that today is manifesting itself little, but that it keeps within itself a great life, an immense life, century after century. Children of mine, I've been silent, and when I spoke to the world, I said what you could hear, because humanity was growing up as a little children that takes its steps little by little in the comprehension of the superior life, of a higher life. But now, time changed, and humanity also needs to change. This is why I ask you, transform your life into faith, a faith that may open you the doors to enter into my kingdom, in heaven as in earth, in the universal paradise as in the kingdom of bliss, and in so many others that I still need to reveal to you. My heart, today exposed before your eyes, symbolizes the mystery of the divine will, that truth be no longer hidden, and that all may feel, may contemplate in their prayers the true greatness of the plan of God for this world. The kingdom of bliss will no longer be hidden, because souls, many of them, lose their purity and must find it again in order to this world to become sacred. In this way, after 100 years preparing the human heart, my heart will come once again to be shown before your eyes, in order that this flow may open up to the world. And this means that the Creator offers you the opportunity of being consequent with Him, of washing your faults, healing your imperfections, and of retaking the track of return from the one you leave a long time ago. My heart exposed before your eyes radiates God's purity and is the first door to open you towards the kingdom of bliss. Enter in my immaculate heart, because today, through your most sincere prayers, you generated merits for this. And with this, I will ask you to do not only enter at this moment in there, but live in my immaculate heart. Feel my presence every day. Act, work with me, think my thinking, feel with the feeling of my heart, and in this way, children, be worthy of being called children of Mary. Proclaim my presence in the world through the true example that you are in my immaculate heart. It is placing yourself today under my mantle that I renew you. I renew your consecration, your vows to God, that compromise that you made with Him since the beginning, and that so many times I help you to renew, so that one day it may become priority in your lives. And you may comply with it, empty of yourselves and full with the love of God. With my simple gaze, your Heavenly Mother renews her children and all of the things. I wish that you may feel and listen my simple gaze, my humble and sincere gaze, full of love, full of truth, and of hope to all of my children in the world. Today, these roses, white roses of the original purity, feet of your Lady and Majesty, are consecrated, so that your lives this next 13th of May can be as open roses to the original beauty, to the rays of God's mercy, so that everything can be healed, so that everything can be healed, so that only the jubilee of living and serving God exists. Today, I consecrate these roses, and I will give 3 roses to my daughter, my beloved mother, and I will represent in the roses the blessing of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.